We're going to talk about a few subjects today. One comes from some of the comments that I've been getting and some of the feedback from my outside sales force and my inside sales force. And it seems like a few of you feel like you're being picked on. It's not the case. I'm not here to pick on any certain producer, certain finisher, certain material supplier. I'm here to pick on everybody, including myself, because the industry is in the state that it is in because of all of us, not just one particular person, company, or thing. So just to clarify a few things, I was sitting on a job site one day during the early times of trying to understand what E5 was doing in the concrete. And as I was sitting there, I'd sent my crews home when I was sitting there with that 20-yard concrete application, little slab. I was quiet. Nothing around, but I was just standing there and looking off and seeing the ready mix plant. And just started praying to myself, praying for my daughter, because as some of you know, she has autism. She has to have 24-hour care around the clock. And this was an endeavor that I wanted to start for her to give back. And I learned a lot that day because I got real with myself and just started talking to God and just laying it out there. And just this gentle, call it conscious, whatever you want to call it, however you've been brought up in belief. I believe God in certain moments will speak to your spirit. And at that time, He was bringing me back to how I learned to communicate with Hannah. To communicate with Hannah, I had to learn her behaviors. I had to learn her tics. I had to learn her eye movement. I had to learn the color of her skin. When it would change, it would go flush or it'd go pale, and that all sent us signals of her, how to communicate with her. And that gentle voice just told me to treat concrete the same way. Concrete's no different. It can't talk to us, it can't move, it can't do anything but what we give it. Autism and concrete, they parallel each other. My daughter has autism, she's nonverbal, she cannot speak to me, I have to learn different ways to communicate. Concrete, just like autism, it cannot talk to me and it cannot communicate. But as I learned Hannah's behaviors, I started to look at concrete that same way. Its behaviors told me a story. And when its behaviors did not act as it was designed, that tells me that the concrete's out of balance. Something's not right. No difference when Hannah would have a meltdown. There was something out of her schedule or something was irritating her that sent her into that meltdown. It taught me a lot about finishing. Autism has taught me a tremendous amount about concrete, more than I would ever know. It's amazing that the simple things in life that are around us that can teach us how to better our trade or to better ourselves as just a human being itself